we are ready to go.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, like I said, I said in my home group this week, we don't make any mistakes, but we might take too long to do it. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Welcome to Home Groups, where we apply the message we heard this weekend at Freedom Valley Church. This week, Candace preached the second installment in our Heart for the House series, and we talked a lot about how Jesus was zealous and passionate for his house.
Yeah, passion requires the lack of being passive, right? Jesus was perfect in every way. He never made a mistake or had sin in his life. So it kind of requires that when he sees evil, he has to address it. He has to do something about it. Passion, not passive. He had to address the evil in his life, and that meant God's house had to be cleansed.
And one of the things he did is he looked right into the eyes of the individual selling the doves, and he says, "Get this out of my house." Mm-hmm. And it's really important for us to identify what is in our house, our spiritual home for the Holy Spirit, what's in our lives that needs to be removed. Jesus looks at us and he says, get it out, deal with it, because he knows it's not healthy. Those money changers, they were stealing from the people, they were selling things at exorbitant prices, and it wasn't good. So he said,
selfish, not
selfless. And he wanted it out. And we actually wanted you guys to have read before home groups today, Psalm 51, and I just want to read one verse from that. Purify me from my sins, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. When Jesus had that whip and he was driving them out, he was purging the temple in a way only he could. He was the perfect one, and he drove it out. Are we willing to have Jesus drive the sin out of our lives? And that isn't comfortable.
No, he was demonstrating his willingness to come in and help.
That's right.
And really all we need is a willingness to purge the stuff out of our lives that's coming between us and God. We just have to say, God, I'm willing, help me. And he does.
That's
Jesus
right.
comes in and helps us flip the tables and say there's no going back to how it was before.
That's really good. So in our groups today, we'll talk a little bit about maybe the things in our life that need purged and removed. We'll talk about taking active roles in that and then flipping the tables and starting fresh, removing the sin and moving forward, attaining his perfection and his righteousness.
Yeah. Have a great discussion, guys.
We'll see you next week.